Northwest at approximately midnight last night. They found 46-year-old Tricia McCauley of Northeast Washington, D.C., deceased in her vehicle. Last contact with Tricia was on December 25th at approximately 4:30 p.m. In the 2000 block of North Capitol Street Northwest. We currently have a suspect in custody in the case, but we do need the public's help. We have a timeline that we would like the public to pay particular attention to, and these are locations where we believe the suspect was on December 26th. So between 12:30 and 3:30 a.m., we believe the suspect was in the 3400 block of Georgia Avenue Northwest. Between 8 a.m. and 8:30 a.m., we believe the suspect was in the 400 block of Massachusetts Avenue Northwest. Between 9:15 and 9:30, the decedent's vehicle and the suspect was in the 700 block of 4th Street. The suspect was involved in a theft at the CVS at that location. He assaulted employees at that location. Between 11 a.m. and 11:50 a.m., was still on December 26th, and we believe the suspect was in the 2300 block of Washington Place Northeast. Between 1:15 and 1:35 p.m., we believe the suspect was in the 400 block of Rhode Island Avenue Northeast. And between 2 and 2:20 p.m., we believe the suspect was in the 2800 block of 7th Street Northeast. This investigation is proceeding rapidly. We urge the public to, if anyone has any information or saw the suspect at any of these locations at these times, we'd appreciate it if they give us a call. The suspect's photo has been previously released, so I know that the media has it. And we can take, the mayor wanted to say a few words, and then we can take any questions that you have.
Thank you, Chief, and I want to thank all of the members of the Metropolitan Police Department and certainly members of our community and Ms. McCauley's friends and family for their steadfastness in ensuring that we located Ms. McCauley. Let me express on behalf of all of us in Washington, D.C., our deepest condolences to her family. And I also want to thank the public for your assistance in helping us locate her vehicle and the person we believe is responsible for her death. The chief mentioned all of the different locations we believe the suspect was after he took possession of Ms. McCauley's car, and everything that you can provide us in fleshing out this story would be helpful. So please continue to text 202-727-9099, 202-727-9099.
Yes, sir.
Can you give us some sort of an idea of how these two came to know each other, came to meet, how he ended up with her? Or?
We do not believe at this time that the suspect knew the victim, but we don't have information, that specific information at this time.
Can you give us his name?
The suspect's name will be released a little bit later this afternoon by way of a press release.
Did you know how she was killed?
We do not.
Any signs of trauma on the body?
There appears to be trauma to the body. We will know more when the autopsy is completed.
Do you know when she might have been killed?
No, we don't have that information yet.
So some of these locations, was he with her car, was he with her, do you believe?
All I can say at this point is that last contact with the victim was on 4:30 p.m. on Christmas Day, the 25th, and that we believe that those locations that I gave and those times are areas where we believe that the suspect was. We have information to suggest that he was at those locations at those given times.
Do you know how long the car was parked on that street?
Well, I can tell you this, that we received information once we put out a media release, and I believe that the person who gave us the tip, and we're very thankful for that, had actually seen the vehicle shortly before police arrived, being operated by the suspect.
Can you say where you arrested him?
I'm sorry? He was arrested in the 2200 block of M Street Northwest.
So shortly after the car was parked?
Correct.
Did the witness just recognize the car, or did you see her in the car?
There was a media report earlier today where the tipster actually gave an interview, and he suggested that he recognized the car from social media.
Was it a normal arrest? Was he cooperative?
I don't know what you would consider a normal arrest, but there was no need to use force in the case.
Can you talk about what happened inside that CVS? You said it assaulted employees.
Yeah, there was a theft that occurred, and the suspect assaulted employees at the store. And so we were looking for him for that particular offense prior to learning that she had been missing, and that was her car.
When he thought he might have been trying to use credit cards or something.
That kind of detail I can't go into right now. That's part of the investigation. Like I said, this investigation is proceeding very rapidly. It would be very helpful to us if anyone had seen that suspect in any of these locations to come forward as we piece this thing together.
Do you know where he might have met and encountered her for the first time?
We do not.
Was she on her way to that dinner, or was she at her house, or?
That information we do not know at this particular point. The only thing I can say is that she was last contact with her was at 4:30 p.m. On Christmas Day.
And what was that? Who did she talk to?
Well, we can't talk about that right now, but I can say that we do have information that someone had contact with her 4:30 p.m. on Christmas.
Is that how he was first linked to the car? Initially, how he was first linked to the car?
It was the way that we came to know that he was linked to the car was at the incident at the CVS.
That's my next question. A little question about the timeline. The incident at the CVS happened yesterday morning.
Correct.
But then it wasn't until yesterday evening that the car was found in that same, right in front of that CVS. So did he leave and then come back? Is that?
That remains to be seen. As we gather more information, we'll piece that together. And that's one of the reasons we're asking the public for information, so we can kind of identify exactly where that car was throughout the day.
Right after the theft. The theft had happened earlier in the day.
Correct. Oh, yeah. And those are two different CVSs, too.
Oh,
Yes.
CVS?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is he known to law enforcement without identifying? Can you go a little to his history?
I wouldn't want to do that at this time, but I can tell you this, that later this afternoon we will be releasing his name.
And so Tricia was found with him in the car at the port of arrest?
The decedent, Tricia, was found in the vehicle. I can say that. All right, well, thank
You believe it's homicide?
Peter, we're going to wait just out of an abundance of caution for the determination by the medical examiner. So as soon as we get that ruling, we'll proceed with the investigation accordingly.
Is this a routine traffic stop? I know this.
Oh, yeah. I also wanted to talk about, we had another homicide yesterday in the 200 block of Cedar Street Northwest. There was an altercation that occurred out in front of the 7-Eleven. It appears that there were at least 3 people involved in the altercation. One of the suspects pulled out a handgun, shot the decedent at least one time. We initially believed that it was a non-life-threatening injury. The decedent unfortunately later died at a local hospital. We do have very clear images of the suspects in that case. We believe there's 2 suspects, and we will be releasing that later today.
Are they related?
These are not related. This is a completely separate incident.
The person who called 911, who was out walking his dog, said that the guy, he had spoken to the suspect and then he took off. Was this a traffic stop or any sort of pursuit, or was he pulled over and parked and your officers came in?
Yeah, we're not going to go into that kind of detail. I do know that somebody came forward and identified themselves as a tipster. We'll obviously be speaking to him in detail about what he does or does not know.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.